we're back here with Danganronpa 2, where we were knee-deep in a trial because last episode I started the trial and then didn't stop the trial for a very long time because I wanted to end on a satisfying solve. There weren't any for a while because I kept either messing it up or there was just like a really long rebuttal showdown with a confusing mechanic that I still don't understand. We gotta get that sharp sword skill after this one, is what I'm understanding. Because I don't understand how that extra damage system works at all. And the only note I had was that I was just editing earlier today, episode 15, was it? The one where we were hanging out with Peko and she was all like, Akane and Nekomaru might be trouble. And it occurred to me, she name drops Nekomaru, Akane, Ibuki, Mikon, Kazuichi, and Fihiko, all in that support. Which kind of suggests that she dies before them, right? Otherwise they would have to write alternate dialogue for that support? So, And also, she and Sonya are still sort of suspicious. It was like her, Sonya, and Akane all showed up to the diner with something weird about them. Sonya had the wetsuit. Peko was already looked like she had been swimming, like she was all wet. And Akane showed up covered in blood. So it does kind of have the feel that it's one of the three of them. Sonya was still my best guess prior to this point. But now that I've reviewed that episode where she talked about those 6 characters, so it suggests that she dies before them. Oh, I'm a little worried about Peko, because she's probably my favorite so far. It's probably either her or Mikon, anyway. So, you know, that would be too bad, but whatever. They say this bit. Oh, God. And also, Peko's been pretty hostile throughout a lot of this. Oh, good, a rebuttal showdown right away. It's a good thing I picked the time I did to stop. Why are Peko's lines also always so quiet, anyway?
Why? Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand.
I don't.
There's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
But I don't. Or you just want to you want me to just put the trash thing here to be like there were a whole bunch of water things used? Yeah, probably. I guess that's the only thing that makes sense. All right, let's see if, since last time I've figured out what this secret mechanic is that sometimes deals more damage to the statements.
True, there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Oh, okay, mashing, right, okay, sorry, I was trying to pay attention to what they were saying, but it went so fast. Advance!
We can't assume they used just one drink.
Right.
They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Yeah, why would we assume one? Sorry.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Okay, good, that one was way easier. The really broken Fihiko one earlier. Cool.
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water
Peko.
bottles in there.
I was just saying I hope you're not the
That
killer.
was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge, and the killer took all of those water bottles and
It was weird
used
that she
them to
accused
wash the
Kyoko so
blood off their
violently.
body.
But I have no
So
idea
you're
what
saying
motive
the
she could
water
have to
bottles
kill.
were gone because they were all used?
I hear.
That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
I really picked an awkward time to stop the episode as it seems.
They may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Well, how? But we saw 15 of them there before the murder.
Should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Sort of, but like, where did you wash the blood to? Just around your feet? With Mahiru's blood? Wouldn't there be like a lot more water on the ground there then? And like, Mahiru's clothes would have been soaked? Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be...
Seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. Right. I did think we were going to get to this at some point, but I didn't.
You're the only one.
I didn't want her to be the killer anyway.
Peko, is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go
Sonya
to
has
the
been weirdly
beach.
quiet for a lot of
Your
this.
appearance when you came to the diner.
Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body, but there were no towels in the beach house. and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
But why wouldn't she have actually just gone and washed herself off in the water? Rather than leave evidence at the scene. Especially if she were going to change her clothes anyway.
Don't just stay silent. Say something.
Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw
Damn.
her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home.
Well, he sounds like he's lying.
So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Now it sounds like he's trying
Hold
to cover
on.
for her or
That's
something.
strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. Went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer. We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Now it's starting to sound like they're suggesting he boosted her out or something.
Why are you
But I have no
fired
idea
up,
why
Hiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
any of these characters would have any of these motivations, obviously,
Who
yeah.
cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
I will just note that the Akane and Nekomura were probably not safe next chapter, because Danganronpa 1 was all like that. It was like, by the way, Mondo and Kiyotaka are friends now. Oopsie daisy. And then 2 chapters later, and by the way, aren't Hina and Sakura just such buddies? Uh-oh. The killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that thing.
I see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
Alone.
But what if...
Monokuma was not spawned in for a minute.
She got help from someone.
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
We didn't find any
And what
such thing.
happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not. That would violate the school trip rule.
Eh. They don't seem to care too much about that. But alright.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd
Doesn't
be able to escape from that
Leaving
window.
a bloody bat on the floor count as littering then?
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
I guess.
Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember?
She
Why
was?
would she even hide an object?
How do you know she was wearing a swimsuit at that time that Mahiro was killed?
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours! No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window, that sounds like a hangman, but I have no idea what the object is. This is one of the most lost I have ever been in one of these trials. What the killer used to escape the window in the shower room. I don't even know. It doesn't let me even look at my truth bullets. Okay, so we could let this out and, and let me die a million times, or I could just take a moment now and think of try and think of something. Something they hid on their body. I mean, it's like they're trying to suggest Pekko's sword. That's ridiculous and also doesn't fit. Oh, and this bamboo sword is what we want. Let's try that, I guess. Phew. Oh, okay, that's just that. Okay, right? Probably. Wouldn't have thought a bamboo sword would support your weight, but I've never held one, so how would I know? Well, that is too bad. Does seem like very much like they're basically telling us it's Peko now. I was literally just thinking, I hope we get one more chapter out of her, but too sad for me. I didn't think we'd hit another turning point this early on, though, in this video. I thought we had way more back and forth to go, because we only just hit the, this is an M, right? Not a W? Okay, right. We only just hit the to be continued at the end of last time, right? I think so. I could go for letter D. Anyone else? Okay, cool. Thank you.
I got it.
So, I mean, since they were saying it was something Peko had on her.
Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too.
Yes. I don't think the flashback was necessary. She had it.
Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Pretty hard to imagine, considering they said you need to piggyback on someone else, which would imply the sword is at least 5 feet, like a normal person's height. I guess it's not far off that, but doesn't seem like it would be enough.
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily.
You did say something
Ninjas
like
know
that.
a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Well, she is Japanese, as far as we know.
Ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Easily?
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Going a bit out on a limb. And then the time to come once again for the panic talk action, PTA. Oh, we were way closer to the end than I thought we were. This one was like 5 hours shorter than the first trial. And the first trial was only like 3 hours. That's impressive. Let's talk a bit about fever time and nega time. From this point on, you'll be able to use fever time by pressing space during PTA. Once activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max, but that's not all. You won't miss during fever time. Press left mouse when applicable. You can destroy your opponent's verbal assault, but only until your focus gauge runs out, so it makes the best possible use of your time. Also, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called nega time your opponent can use. Activate it, your tempo marker disappears, making it difficult to pass the buttons in rhythm. So in that case, press the time. Please sign the rhythm with not your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. If you can't clear, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not going to tell them that they have to redo the last trial for that chapter if they do that. Gee, is there no way to change it from in here? Oh, so there isn't. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
The scabbard has a bit of a string or something on it. Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you... He has some relationship with, Peko that we don't understand.
Got proof.
Oh my god, why did it lag just then? That was so mean.
Obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! Got proof, you bastard?
Oh, shit, wait, fucking, no, damn it, sorry.
You're
That was bad.
pissing me off!
Oh, my god,
You're
it's gotten
pissing me
fast.
off.
I was goofing around. Oh wait, I swear I fired there. Oh, there was no target, I see.
Shut up! Shut! Got proof, you bastard! That's obviously
Sorry, I totally have to focus for these, because again, I suck at rhythm games. I wonder what the words are gonna be, though.
Got proof, you bastard!
I'll fucking sell your organs!
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
Wow, my focus bar lasts so long.
If she used the bamboo sword as a
Oh,
step
bamboo
stool, it
sword
would
bag.
have been left behind. This is the end.
So I was like, what the hell? Why is it boo get split up in half? Yeah, the bag is got a string on it, right?
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword back. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it.
Well, that's way too friggin' bad. I was
And
like,
after she climbed up to the window,
just
as long
hoping
as she
we'd
hauled
get
the
one more
bag up
thing with
toward
her. I was just coming around to her being my favorite.
Recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo
It'll make the
sword,
next
but even
free
the
time
sword
pretty
bag,
boring.
too.
That's alright.
She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off.
Is it true? Did you really kill Monkey?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions. You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof. Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least.
As much as I'd love a last minute, actually it was Sonya,
Very
it's starting to
well.
sound like it was
If you
Peko.
admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed.
But again, that did feel pretty early.
Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing.
Oh
first.
good, it wasn't Peko. Thank
Can it
God.
Wait until after the voting.
This is
No.
important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that.
And we'll be
Let's
able to
see.
contradict her because we did play
If
it.
I
and she
must
didn't.
answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Huh?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world. I
Huh?
do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
Well, that sounds like sparkling justice. Is that why you're trying to pretending to be now? You're pretending you're that serial killer?
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a
Or is she
virtue that
actually?
human beings should be proud of.
Her eyes going a little.
Justice
Her
is
eyes
the
are going a little
eternal
wonky.
sun, and the enduring moon, the protective father, and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze, and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine, just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
This is... Could she be...
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete.
We're not saying that actually is her, though, right?
The
That would be kind of
center
silly.
Justice that is
Well,
pierced by justice.
This game is kind of silly, but
The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice. Now then, let's execute justice.
What? What the fuck? Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Peko finally snapped! Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, She is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... But... Huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask! This mask is the dividing line, just like various idols. The sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp.
Trials in this game are very strange. They come to like a big emotional head and they're like, oh, actually none of that meant anything and let's do something else now. They change pace real fast. At first I was fretting about that Peko might be the killer, thinking that maybe Sato, who was Girl E, was killed and that was secretly Peko's sister before this point, and Peko Pekoyama is a fake name, a la Celeste from the first game.
Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Peko's the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
I concur.
Hey. Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer. Hey. Hey. This again? Huh? Sleepwalking? So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow.
But that would suggest that you thought Mahiru killed someone.
Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it. He's right. We need to end this already. The killer, in the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Alright, if you're sure. Damn, I thought that was coming to another twist, but apparently she was just a crazy psychopath the whole time. Cool. All that stuff we spoke with her about does not mean anything. It was just a waste of game. On the morning of the incident, Mahiru met... There's so many Hyokos, but I guess this. No, this is one matches. She didn't meet Hyoko. What am I, fucking stupid? Oh, not at the beach house, though. I see this is them meeting there. Right. In order to lure Mahiru and Hyoko, the letters were forged. The first one to arrive at the beach house was... Peko, we're saying. Right. The next one to arrive at the beach house was Mahiru. Home. Where did the killer leave next to the body? Next, time to wash off the blood. Where should I hide? The first one who found the body was... Well, Hyoko, I guess. Is that wakes up here, I guess? Yes, okay, that makes sense. Hyoko left a big piece of evidence. Cool. In the closet after Hyoko ran away. Okay, I guess Hyoko arrives at the beach house should be... one? Right. Well, they say the first one arrived at the beach house, they mean the second one. Okay, what do we got now? Let's pull up the bamboo sword just in case. That's somewhere over here. Nope. Sorry. Oh, sorry, that's what's shown here. This is tying the Tying the thing, yup. The hero has the beach house. That goes over, here. Yaha. Look how left the mask next to the body for reasons we don't understand. Seems Hiyoko make a promise to someone. Maybe we're saying this is her meeting them. Cool stuff. Laura, that's not there yet. Time to wash out the blood. Yes. Where should I hide? That's the surfboard case. We don't have that yet. In the closet after Hiyoko ran away. Killer places this. Last stock. Okay, back to the beginning then. Laura Mahiro, the letters. Yup. Then next one I'm missing is, where should I hide? The surfboard cases.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
I did not realize we were so close to the end.
This morning,
20 minutes in.
Spoke to Hiyoko.
I literally opened this video by saying, man, Peko I think is my favorite now, and instantly revealed that she's axe murderer type.
She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan by preparing a specific item. They planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card.
No, Hajime, the reason is
that's how the crime scene
not
we discovered
existent.
Was created.
Don't even pretend.
However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water.
I can't
because it was out of
believe he
order,
said that.
So they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else.
You know, except for
After
leaving
the
a
killer
mask and a
washed off
bat,
the blood,
that's all
they
fine.
hid in a
It's
specific
not
spot
trash after
inside
all.
the closet Hiyoko was in.
If you threw it away intentionally to mislead
The
people or
killer hid
whatever.
inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route, the small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
That is annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it.
What of it? She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on in order to keep justice. To keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
I think they were trying to hit a word count with this game.
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
He finally woke up.
I've heard your story! Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
I'm gonna get such a bad rank on this one also.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
Don't think so. The vote's already been cast, but
Pardon me.
if we
Can
feel
we
like
have
breaking
a
the
little bit
rules.
more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
I would agree. I'd tend to, but I don't know. The characters in this game just like change their entire character scene to scene sometimes. So I thought maybe that was just another one of those times. The same thing, like it was just a repeat of Nagito from the last case.
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is
It is weird that we never brought up Sonia's
However-
wetsuit. Are there any other truth bullets we haven't brought up, by the way? I mean, we never really covered more of this stuff, but sometimes they just cover really important stories. Stuff after the death has already happened. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
as a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Petco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Petco, right?
Distinct? I wouldn't have put it like that. Well, supposedly no one knows their age or gender or anything, so the fact that this little cheap plastic mask was used doesn't seem right, but...
Sonia described sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice.
Well, yeah, but she said she
The
translated it from a
laser
book, so she had no
justice
idea how
that
accurate it
shines the
was.
night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
What the heck was that? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer as a catchphrase? I read it in a magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. I see, so that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Petco. What? I got it. Real Sparkling Justice has a special ability Petco lacks. That's the first I've heard of it. What kind of ability is it? Make sure you remember what Sonia said. Know it?
See. That's right. According to what Sonia said,
He had to translate it from a different language, but how do we know Petco isn't secretly from that place? If nothing we know about anyone means anything because our memories were lost.
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Japanese, I think you mean, but yeah.
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?
All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about the serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. You did? but Genocide Jack is from Japan. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice...
That's a better thing. If
can
you are
try
Justice,
saying
you
that
can say it in
catchphrase
Spanish.
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it.
That mask is way too tiny for her face in this shot.
My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh? Looks like she's back to normal?
I don't get it either.
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer!
Huh,
We're
sorry.
asking you what your
I was supposed to say
purpose
that.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
So are all the killers are gonna be like, sort of like possessed-ish like Nagito, or brainwashed, kinda?
What do you mean?
Secretly
She
part of
called
the
herself
despair,
a
maybe?
tool, which means someone else used her then?
Well, I guess Terra wasn't.
A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
Might consider filling us in.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact.
You're talking about
Try to
the body found chime, but I could have sworn Kazuichi and I showed up there at the same time, so that would make Hiyoko Hajime Kazuichi. But I guess I'm just remembering wrong, and the body chime happened when Hajime got there. Proof that there was one more person at the scene of the crime. I said the body discovery announcement. The scroll went too far. Sorry.
I see.
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
I'm just straight up forgetting what the circumstances of finding the body were then. So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not? Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? Hold on.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
Oh, or no, Kazuichi ran ahead of us and then we heard the chime. Is that it? I think that's it. Right, okay. Yeah, I just totally forgot that. The way I remembered it was Kazuichi and Hajime ran in the door at the same time, but that can't be right.
I see. That leaves us 1 person short.
So that means there was 1 more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
I don't know. We talked so long, I don't know what we're talking about anymore. So I don't know how I would answer. Can I look at the transcript? Sure can't. So I have no idea what we're talking about.
You're the only one!
Because he and her were defending each other and stuff?
I see.
Or she was defending him.
Now I finally see the
we're saying?
connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that, too. Well, yeah, we got proof of, I don't know which one to show, but we've got these photographs. I guess this one's the most important one with
I can
Hihiko.
prove it with this. I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first and received the ending prize.
Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up! Why do we think you have any right to question me? Did that happen? I don't remember that at all.
It was the
Probably
envelope,
it did.
right? The person who received
That's why
the
he said it
ending
looked
prize.
familiar.
It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
But if this happened during this era of school where we lost our memories, then how would she be able to confirm it?
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was
That's what makes it a
simply
compelling
used as
story.
tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
I'd sure like one.
Means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
Somehow, I don't think that's true.
If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
I am curious, though, since we did vote, why is Monokuma letting any of this happen? Why not just go to the execution of either all of us or Peko?
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being!
That's what I thought, too.
It's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
I agree. What the hell indeed. Oh, that was the end. Well, that sucks. I can't believe I'm getting points for some of these. Shouldn't I? That was worth a B? You've got to be kidding me. Is there any other rank in this game? How did I get any points for the one with the rebuttal showdown that I failed like 8 times in a row?
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is.
No, you're not. You have to follow the rules, as stated in the regulations, which is that if whoever we vote, if we don't vote for the killer, we all die. It's actually very simple. Unless you were saying you didn't give a flying fuck about the rules, which I would understand, but I didn't think you were the type to say that.
For now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Okay. Oh, there were some twists and turns along the way. The one who killed my hero Koizumi is... Hold on a sec. Okay, I'll wait. So sorry. I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate. No matter how you look at it, Peko's the killer. Why?
Hey, hey!
Why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a friggin' human being.
Well,
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
you just don't
Because-
know.
You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. Only exist to be tools?
Hey,
What does she mean, Fihiko? Peko and I grew up together. Yes, we got that from when she called you young master. Can you... Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
It's completely different than that. More like a bodyguard? Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kazuryu clan took me in.
I am nothing
They
but
gave me a
tool.
reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? Oh, so are we trying to suggest that she was listed as Kazuryu in the credits, and it wasn't actually Fihiko's sister? Well, no, Fihiko looked at the photograph and was like, that's my little sister, so... I don't know. Property, you say? I mean, she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
You are wrong. You are not a tool, Peko. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do. That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a
No matter
tool.
what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill my hero wasn't you, it was... Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it.
I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck
And
with
she's
me.
she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister's dead?
you...
Tried to confirm it with my hero, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So,
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond, but she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
I'm pretty sure my hero was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why, even if we were told we were connected to it, there's no way we could accept it.
You know, when my hero spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Ah, sorry, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
Oh my.
Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, my hero? If you want to talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. It's pretty important. So, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me. If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious! I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't even have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too!
What?
Wait, amends with... I thought she was talking about making amends with Fuyuhiko? I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you can make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiro into a trap, right?
Hey.
By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
What the?
Seriously, what the heck?
An eye for an eye. It's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
And so,
My young master thought of a plan and executed it. Wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge. Clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister. Your disguise? That is why you killed Mahiro with the bat.
Yeah.
But still, I believed her up to the very last minute. That game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch...
Hey.
If that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why,
Hey, I don't want to hear about that!
But
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but
why?
you shouldn't have killed that girl! You know, neither of you remembers, though, right? So what's the point in asking?
Shut the hell
Who cares about that? Just answer me! What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that! Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong!
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiro, I was still trying to find an excuse not to go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. Got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I hid under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiro.
Huh?
young master, I am finished.
What?
You! Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions.
I don't get this at all!
Of course!
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand, and pretends to be understood.
Quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes,
Okie
indeed!
dokie, I'll be quiet.
No, you won't. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes? Well, but you're still the one who killed her, right? So if we voted for you, that was the outcome you wanted anyway? So we fell for it. We fell for her trick all along. That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously wrong.
Well, we would have been executed if we voted for Yuhiko because he didn't land the killing blow, right? Or am I being numb in the brain?
Hold on, don't act like our loss has been decided yet.
It should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from that various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on!
See.
So for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiro, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so you can protect him.
Great.
You would only go that far because he's your one and your only hope.
Wrong.
I have no hope. I am just a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm gonna ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us? Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on.
What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey.
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? Peko, shut the fuck up! We don't answer that, actually. Let's go back to Fuyuhiko. Just ping pong between you two. The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, are those all things you order her to do? Is that the truth?
Huh?
I mean, it doesn't. We're only asking this for Monokuma's benefit, so we can make the choice. I guess. I don't know what the stakes are here, really. They're acting like if he says yes or no, it means anything, but it's just about Monokuma decides, right? And Monokuma's already decided. It's not as if he's actually listening to us. Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Young master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots Byakuya and Terra are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that? Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. Yeah, I mean, well, anyway. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Young Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way you'll still lose Peko, but if you insist you're to kill her just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. I mean, I guess. It's Monokuma's choice, but whatever. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Damn it!
Young master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, a tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon after you leave. I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape!
So I guess we're saying Sonia had the wetsuit for no reason. Like she just got one from the supermarket or something, and the wetsuit's hanging in the closet mean nothing. So how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through it after all.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
Because if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself. And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan?
Young master!
Oh my! So this is how it turned out. And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing! Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions. There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh? Is this not your thing, Nagito? People's hope clashing against each other like this? I don't know why you're upset.
Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like that. But too bad! You're definitely the killer. Peko the tool of the heart is the killer.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request, even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master!
You have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then why?
Even so.
I wanted you to escape. Sorry, I didn't know she was gonna say it. I wanted to protect you.
Peko.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Bye.
And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Sure thing, bud. Of course.
Peko!
That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it
I
already?
will never feel despair.
As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool, Peko Pekuyama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep... I don't need any tools. You did say that.
And let's begin the punishment time, brimming with despair.
Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Peko Pekuyama!
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then,
I prepared a
a very special punishment!
For you!
I never needed a sword or a shield.
I never needed a tool. So... You didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Monokuma's like, this trial's been going on for like 5 hours.
Please, Peko. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young Master? Young Master?
Sorry, too late. Death time! Ripperoonie, favorite character, who became a different character for like an hour before her death. It is the sort of thing where it's like, I bet it's like, oh, that's really cool on a replay, sorta, but it's like, it'd be kind of cool if it was cool on the first time around. Like, I didn't, like, when we got to this point, I wasn't like, oh, that's what the story is? I was like, oh, that makes sense. But, their choice. Oh my. One woman army, ultimate swordsman Peko Pekuyama's execution executed. Gonna try and take down as many of these robots as possible. It's almost like the Dark Souls monster killing sound. Why'd they put a big poor Fuyuhiko watch? That's just messed up. Did she cut open the voodoo doll of herself? Or did that robot just bleed? Again, you really didn't have to let her hug Fuyuhiko for that. That's just extra unkind, really.
This cannot be! Even Fuyuhiko?
Oh wait, did he die too?
This is bad! This shouldn't be allowed! People dying so easily, falling like dominoes!
You bastard! What is this? This can't be. This is a lie, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko!
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion. Waste. This is why she should have just discussed it with me. It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh.
What? I thought you would be fond because our hope beat theirs, or whatever your random thoughts are. You're still talking about that? hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that 2 of your friends got killed? I am pissed, and I even feel sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that right?
it's gonna be all right. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth.
Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him.
I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know.
Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone!
Hiko is still alive.
You serious?
Are you serious? Fuyuhiko! Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying, but his blood, he won't stop bleeding out. His pulse is getting weaker.
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
That serves him right.
You're
Were you filled with hope at the thought of her saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that.
Stupid
What are you so late about, about? You need to hurry up and save him. Huh? A surprise order?
But she's gonna say because otherwise the regulation that only the blackened is executed was not fulfilled, but obviously he doesn't care about that.
What the
Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong.
It's your duty to save him. Duty?
Hey,
Yes,
hey.
it's written in the school trip rules.
Blackened is supposed during class trial, they alone will be executed.
If only the blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless.
Hey.
You should be able to do it. Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if even if it's me.
So,
Fine then, I'll save him. Really? I was actually gonna do that all along, so I'm already prepared for this. Huh? Prepared?
And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere, and gradually grew closer and closer. Pretty beat up looking thing.
An ambulance?
just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
After he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight.
Is he really gonna be okay to lead this to Monokuma?
Well, what's the alternative? Chase after the truck? Can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again.
You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened.
Then all we can do is wait.
Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused my hero's death, you know.
However,
We must put that aside since Peko has already been punished, or else we will not be able to advance forward.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
Damn
I
it!
guess. Things aren't as exciting if a shit stirrer like him ain't around. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I shouted, I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so the class trial ended. We still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. Is the bomb gonna do the same expandy thing? Or is it gonna be a little more this time? Don't remember giving off the steam like that before. 15 days left.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly,
What does that mean?
I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape.
I don't know
For
if you're not
those
addressing
kids,
us.
Which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair, and the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary.
Sorry, well, that last bit back again. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of ultimate despair. Okay, so the pronouncing all over the place. That guy plans... It doesn't mean anything yet, I guess.
Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
There's something weird going on with Chiaki and how much she's easily able to sway Monomi and then... Well, not in Monokuma, but just Monomi anyway. Yeah, well, that trial was okay. Obviously, I'm not, pumped that the character who just became my favorite character as of, this morning, I decided, instantly turned out to... They were like, oh, she's a serial killer. Actually, never mind. She's secretly Fihiko's bodyguard. / they were also good friends secretly, but they couldn't admit it to each other, and that was all secretly because of Fihiko beat the game and got the photographs and worked out that Mahiro was supposed to be Girl D, so she had photographs pertaining to the death of his little... Fihiko's little sister, and didn't come forward with them, so he considers her equally culpable, and... he decided to ask her about this in spite of the fact that she lost her memories. And in addition, since he lost his memories, he couldn't confirm whether he killed Girl E either, although it seemed likely. So they fought about this thing that neither of them remembered, which point he felt like he was about to kill her, but then because Peko is secretly his bodyguard this whole secret time, she secretly jumped in front and murdered Mahiro. Oh, wait, but the Hiyoko was already there, so it was Fihiko's plan to drug Hiyoko? Or it was always Peko's plan because she assumed it would escalate to this, and she was always planning to kill someone to get Fihiko out? Or something. I don't know. It's not that there's nothing cool about it, but it's it would have been kind of cool. It would have been, for me, a lot more, I would have had a lot more of an emotional response, I think, if it was something where it was oh, now I understand. Now that I understand this relationship, it contextualizes all of the, this whole character's arc a lot more and all the things they said in their support. But as it stands, it's just psych, isn't it upsetting that none of the things that you thought about these characters were true? Really? And it's I guess, but it's more confusing. The reason she was a character you could have conversations with was just because Fihiko said, get along with everyone. And she was okay. And so she just made up a bunch of backstory and stuff. Or was any of that backstory of hers true? It doesn't matter, basically, seemingly. And I get you could make a statement about the human condition. It's does it matter in your heart? And it's well, I'd kind of care more if it mattered in the story than just in my heart. But I don't know. I'm wondering if I should even bother with any of the free time anymore. If it's just going to present arcs that all end in unsatisfying ways because a character turns out to be a serial killer or turns out to be possessed or turns out to have a secret relationship we didn't know about. I'll probably still do them because, they never know that some of them might be interesting. But it's all right, cool, you subverted it because I actually thought Peko was a different character than she was. But I kind of liked the character that I thought she was. Would it have been all right to have a game with that character? Maybe the third one will have a game with a character that I liked, and want to spend the whole game with, and actually do. Probably not. Hasn't happened yet, but meh. So it goes. Oh yeah, but gameplay-wise. The swimsuit with the gravel solve, that's fine, I guess. It's just I didn't understand why that was the only solution, and also I think they could have made it a little more clear that there was gravel taken from the scene. Because they said there was gravel and water everywhere, but there was about the same amount of gravel and water left on the floor, so I was okay, well that's obviously not the amount of water that would actually be in a fish tank. So I guess they're just representing this with less of the stuff than there should actually be. But no, they were trying to hint to me that gravel had been removed there, and I didn't understand. I still don't get what was up with the rebuttal showdown that we had with Fuyuhiko. It's just some nice payoff because it was obvious from when we met Fuyuhiko and from the fact that he tried to go with the party in chapter 1 that it's like he's not, made of stone. But it was just a bit weird, and it takes so long. The trials in this game, they go back and forth about this, like they'll say the same line to each other over and over again with a slight variation. Like Peko says, "I'm just a tool, nothing more." Fuyuhiko says, "Is that really what you think?" And then Peko says, "I am merely a tool. I am nothing but that." And then Fuyuhiko says, "You don't understand. That's not what's true." And then Peko says, "But my destiny is toolhood." And then it goes back to Fuyuhiko, who says, "I don't believe that to be the case." Like, they just will say the same line over and over again with multiple variations for like 20 minutes. But yeah, it was okay. It was a fine trial. I didn't mean to bum rush it in 2 episodes like that, but the previous episode, I was going on for all the reasons I already mentioned. In this one, we got to like the climax at like 20 minutes in, and then it just sort of like led into the rest of it. I'm glad they didn't just make it that she was sparkling justice, though. I didn't really care for where they took her character, Peko's. In the end, that she was just secretly a bodyguard who was always planning to die for Fuyuhiko. Because it's like, then I guess what they're saying is she was trying to pretend to be a normal person, and so all the character stuff that happened with her in chapters 1 and 2 was just a facade, but she kind of like started to lean into it. Either that or it's just like a ridiculously good actor at pretending she cares about things and stuff. It just seems like a weird conclusion to that arc, I guess. But the good news is, now all we got to hang out with is Chiaki, Ibuki, Mikon, and Nekomaru. Until one of them goes down. I assume one of Nekomaru or Akane is on the chopping block. They're not both making it to the end. And it wouldn't be surprising if they went down soon. Chiaki definitely feels like she's going to be important for a while. No idea about Mikon and Ibuki, really. Awful things come in 3s, so I assume we have one more unpleasant, like, rapey close-up of her coming. And so I guess she can't die before that, probably. I wouldn't describe it as an encouraging thought, but you know what I mean? At least it means she probably won't die immediately. Yeah, it's a weird game, this. Way weirder than Danganronpa 1, not in terms of, like, kooky weird, in terms of, like, storytelling shape weird. So far, both trials we've done so far, the killer has been someone that it does not, like, there's no hints whatsoever, really, until the end, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this character had a whole thing." Whereas you take something like Danganronpa 1, and it's like, even though it wasn't really clear it was Mondo who killed Chihirose in chapter 2, from like he was acting weird, but it wasn't like, and it wasn't like you would definitely know it was him from the off, but it was like once the reason that he killed him like came out, it was like, oh yeah, well we knew that Mondo was insecure because of everything about him. So it makes sense that someone ostensibly smaller and weaker than him displaying strength that he did not possess would cause him to snap, because it would like dredge up all that pressure from the biker stuff, even though we didn't know about all that. Like there were whispers of that were like, oh yeah, okay, it's quite clear this guy is insecure about his strength and might do something insane. And Celeste, they tipped their hand a bit too much maybe, but it was always clear that she was mostly a self-interested type of person, so it was not a stretch to... And she straight up said, yeah, this is a game that I intend to win, I'm gonna kill someone, basically. So I think what it is it feels like in this game they're trying to make it so that it doesn't seem like any of them could be killers, and to that end, they're masking their motives until the very end where they explain it all in like one big 30-minute cutscene, which is a way to do it, I guess, and it's fine. I kind of wished that when that happened, I went, oh, that explains why Peko... Instead of being like, oh, what? She was a bodyguard to this guy? And would die for him? And Fuyuhiko and Mahiru both were like getting at each other's throats about this thing that they didn't remember? Just because the game said it? Like, I get they had the photographs, but those photographs could mean anything. It doesn't mean that they had anything to do with it. That would be like if I wrote a short story about how Super Mario jumped out of my TV and killed my nephew. Bye-bye. And then I handed you a photograph of my nephew's corpse, and you were like, motherfucking Mario, I can't believe you jumped out of your TV to do that. It's like, well, why did you don't have a photograph of that. Why do you believe that? But yeah, it could have been a lot worse. We've definitely played worse trials. And that is all for now. Let's see here. Are the remaining characters? Nagito already kind of had like a big monstrous turnaround, and now they're trying to, it's like they're trying to come back and be like, all he really wanted was hope all along. He's gonna help you beat the bad guys. I don't really know where that's going. That's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with Gundam. They keep like trying to hint that he's like like secretly a soft boy underneath it all. So if he suddenly has some big about face in his trial where he's like, actually, I speak normally and not like a supervillain, and I was just all it was all a facade because I'm Kazuichi's bodyguard, whatever. I mean, I don't think I'll be that heartbroken about that. Similarly, if Kazuichi has some random turnaround, if Nekomaru has some wild turnaround where he's like not at all the character we met for the first 2 chapters, I might be like a little upset. Akane and Sonia, I don't know. Chiaki, I guess, because otherwise she's shown such like big-heartedness. So if she suddenly like jokes I was actually a serial killer or a bodyguard of someone else and murder doesn't faze me all that much, I'll be like a little weirded out. Tinobu Ibiki, it does, Mikon feels like the kind of character who would also have some kind of like unpredictable turnaround all of a sudden. And it's like, actually, I'm a total ass, because she's so like comically over the top, meek and sweethearted. So I'll be a little upset if that goes with her as well. But who cares? That is all the time we have for now. Next video on the channel is going to be a long play of a game that I recently replayed, and I was like, God, this is a good game, and I want to play it again on the channel. It's a very short game, so we should be able to get through it in one old video. After which is more Danganronpa 2, where we're starting chapter 3, baby. So that is all for now. Thank you so very much for coming in. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Just one of those then. No problem.